The following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Aliens.
Prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun of Harlem.
All right, good morning, folks. Good morning. Good morning. Wake up. That's right. Wipe the sleep out of your eyes. Drop your and grab your socks. Get yourself some oatmeal and some bacon. Make that coffee. It's time to get up. Okay? I know it's a holiday. You're not at work. I know that your internal clock has still got you woke up anyway, so you might as well tune in and listen to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. And we are screaming through the galaxy right now, or at least talking really loud in the back row of the movie theater, pissing everybody off, playing on our cell phones and such, at triple redunculous speeds. But do not worry, the gravitational plates are gravitating, the inertia canceller is canceling, and the deflector array, the deflector array is wearing a mask, so we're okay. Right? Right. Broadcasting live from the other side of Planet Chaos on Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. And then our fantastic and fine affiliates in replay and syndication around the world. Fantastic stations like 920 WON The Apple in New York City, New York, 27.7 The Stream in Chicago, WRFN 1020 in the UK, and WRPR Rat Pack Radio in Florida, as well as many, many other stations that we will, of course, pay tribute to as this thing unfolds. And speaking of unfolding, let's go ahead and get things underway the way we always do by taking a little trip back in history on the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
May 25th, 1961. President John F. Kennedy challenges the United States to aim high in its Cold War space race with the Soviet Union.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
More than 8 years later, America reaches the moon when Apollo 11's Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin set foot on the lunar surface. 1977. Star Wars, the classic sci-fi movie written and directed by George Lucas, premieres. The story of Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader reshapes how Hollywood makes movies and spawns a wave of sequels. 2006. Former Enron execs Kenneth Lay and Jeffrey Skilling are convicted of conspiracy and fraud for the energy giant's downfall. Lay dies from heart disease a few months later, and his convictions are vacated. Skilling is sentenced to 24 years in prison. And 1992.
When I heard the new Pope was German, I thought, oh my God, Arnold can't be stopped. First governor, now he is Pope. I can't believe it. I can't believe that he is Gandhi. It's amazing.
Comedian Jay Leno begins his run as host of NBC's The Tonight Show, taking over from Johnny Carson. Today in history, May 25th, Camille Bohannon, The Associated Press.
All right, folks, it's time to go ahead and stuff some morning music directly into your vagina hole. Start things off with a brand new submission to the station by Aurora Davis. Secrets is the name of the tune, and it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
I remember the rain that night. afraid that we might ruin something we never had. Scared it ends up bad. This is all new to me. I don't believe in destiny. I run around in circles, hide my broken heart.
I sat in a coffee shop and I drank half a cup of coffee before I noticed there was lipstick on the cup. And then I went to wipe it off with a napkin and there was wadded up gum and lipstick on the napkin. And I must have been sitting in that woman's lap for, I don't know, 15 minutes.
I'm speeding through the night, sky blazing with those stars so bright. Can't get my mind to rest, heart pounding so strong in my chest. No matter how I've tried, can't get myself to a good
used to be a nice girl. Until Alien Stone took me for a ride in his mothership. Now I'm an intergalactic hottie. Thank you, Alien Stone.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
At the far end of the universe, there is a planet ruled by a being of utter evil. And there is only one man who dares challenge him. They are locked in a battle to the death. A battle that will take them across the heavens.
Stop him!
A battle that will finally be fought.
I want them hunted down and brought to me!
Across the face.
Police! Nobody move!
Of Earth.
I think I'm gonna need some backup.
Can you show us the way?
Of course. No.
Somebody help me!
Julie!
From a distant galaxy, they have come to Earth. Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. Frank Langella as Skeletor. Only they have the powers to be masters of the universe. Live the adventure.
Show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Bus commercials, definitely.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Awesome!
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone, and all kinds of stuff that happens on this show, man. We play music for your vajir holes. We do comedy. We do skits. We do news, talk, sports, and take phone calls from the listeners. And we take those phone calls from listeners on any of the fantastic stations that broadcast us live, like Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. Those are our live affiliates. If you're listening to us live, please, by all means, give me a call. The Alien X lines are open right now at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Or you can Skype me at AlienStone1. That's all one word, AlienStone, and the number 1 at the end. Don't write it out, because that'd be wrong. It's AlienStone1, and that's how you can get a hold of me on Skype. I'll be happy to put you on the air, but remember, please remember, we do have some FM affiliates, so watch your language on the phone calls, please. Okay? I will hang up if I hear the F-bomb. Okay? I'm just saying. This show is wide open, folks. Okay? It's wide open. That means we can talk about whatever it is that is on your mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be fun. It doesn't have to be funny. It doesn't have to be entertaining. It could be serious. It could be upsetting. I don't know. What do you want to talk about this morning? Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Now, I, of course, start things off with the light stuff. You know, I don't want to drive right into the, coronavirus and shutdowns and the government and blah, 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 blah. And, I'm not going to do that. That's just not how I start off. I might do that. Don't get me wrong. I get a little upset sometimes and I freak out. All right, so that being said, let's just go ahead and go to my saved page, which is where I put some of these ridiculous things. Now, there are a lot of things that people do in public that you probably shouldn't do in public. Okay, just a lot of things. Okay, and some things aren't illegal to do in public. You're allowed to do them. Okay, but they're just, why? Why would you do that? Okay, why? Like, are you allowed to be in the middle of the street and wash your armpits? Well, not really allowed. Well, let's say you're out in public and you're allowed to wash your armpits. Sure you are, okay? You're allowed to, okay? Should you? No. It's probably bad form, okay? You just look stupid, okay? Now, that being said, there are some things that you should not have to be told not to do in public. Right? I mean, we shouldn't have to tell you not to do certain things in public. But IKEA has had to release, IKEA, you know, the stores, you know, where you go in there and you get lost, basically, because it's just room after room after room after room after room after room, after hallway after room. Yeah. And then each room is set up like an apartment or like a house. You know what I'm saying? Granted, this has happened in the past where people have just gone and hung out in these rooms all day. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, chilled out on the couch and stuff. That's loitering, okay? That's loitering. You're asked to leave, okay? That's not new. That's not new at all, okay? That's been going on for some time. IKEA, though, has recently had to release a request, I guess, a statement or a request to its customers. If you have to ask customers not to masturbate in your store, how often is this happening? Is the question I want to ask. How often would this be occurring in your store for you to require printing a sign and altering your web page to put out a notice? Please, folks, you know, when you come to visit our store at IKEA and you're shopping, please refrain from, you know, masturbating in the store. Are you kidding me? This is a thing. We have to actually ask people not to masturbate in public now. Okay? It's getting to the point now where all the walls are going to have to be covered with signs. Okay? Because if they're not covered, if the bathroom wall isn't covered with signs that say don't crap on the wall, then the walls will be covered with crap. Okay? Because it happens. People just think that you could do whatever you want to do in public unless there's a sign or a warning telling you not to do it or you can't do it. In case you didn't know, folks, IKEA has just broken the story and educated the whole world and let you know that it's not appropriate to masturbate in their store. Okay? It's not appropriate. Did you not know that? Okay. The 3 people that might have done this in the whole world negated a sign. Not negated. They required a sign now and a website to be all upload. You know, come on, people. Get control of yourselves. This isn't your bathroom. I know it looks like a bathroom. It's in IKEA. It's set up like an apartment and everything, but you're not alone, folks. Okay? Get a grip, people. You know, what we got to put signs everywhere for everything now that you can't do. You just can't do this and you can't do. Come on. I mean, you can't jump into the alligator habitat and play with the crocodiles or the alligators. You can't do that. Okay, did you know you can't do that? Do we have to have a sign that says don't get in and play with the crocodiles? Apparently we do. Yeah. Because we also have to have signs that say don't jump in and play with the gorillas because people do that as well. Okay, the big giant fence and the moat, that's not enough to let you know you're also common knowledge of what gorillas can do to you. That's not enough either. You know, we have to put up a sign. Otherwise, when you climb over the fence, then swim across the moat and get into the gorilla habitat and the gorilla beats the crap out of you, then you sue the zoo because they didn't have a sign up saying, hey, you probably shouldn't climb the fence, swim across the moat, and play with the gorilla because they'll probably beat you to death. Okay, sorry, we didn't put up the sign. Here's $8 million. Are you kidding me? Folks, we have got to stop allowing people to play the dumb card and blame it on people for not putting up signs. That's all I'm saying. I need to play some more music for your Vajir Hole. See, I told you I wasn't going to get all serious. I started off kind of funny about, you know, IKEA, and then I got all crazy about crocodiles and gorillas, and I need to back off just a little bit here. How about some music for the Vajir Holes? Let's go with, I'm not going to go with a brand new submission this time. Let's go with something that we have been playing on the station for quite some time. How about that? Ooh, that's a little heavy. I don't want to scare everybody in the morning too fast with some super hardcore heavy metal music. I'll get into that later on. Don't get me wrong. By the way, folks, we are a multi-genre show here. We play every kind of music there is. So if you are in a band and you have some music that you would like to submit and have featured on the station, by all means, attach an MP3, which also includes the name of your band and the name of the song. You'd be surprised how many bands do not include that information. The name of your band, the name of your song, attach an MP3 to an email and send it to newmusic@alienxradio.com. Again, that is newmusic@alienxradio.com. And I I'll check it out and I'll put it on the station here. We'll feature it and I'll let you know when it's happening. And you can maybe it'll lead to an interview. Who knows? Anyway, music for your Vajir holes right now in the form of the Kenny Hill Group and Bridges Burning, the name of the tune. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
To make you cry. Never thought I would deserve you. Never realized the crashing sound of burning bridges behind you. Come tumbling, tumbling at your feet. Trying hard just to find you. Away from this moment I've already forgotten. Sometimes hazy vision grounds me. If you wanna fly, you have to see. New beginning on the horizon, only possible. Sometimes through the sound of burning bridges behind you. Come tumbling, tumbling at your feet. Trying hard just to find you. Away from this moment I've already. Away from this moment I've already forgotten.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Live from NPR News, I'm Giles Snyder. President Trump is temporarily banning some travelers from Brazil as the country faces a severe coronavirus outbreak, putting it second to the U.S. for most cases in the world. NPR's Tamara Keith reports on the president's latest partial travel ban.
First, there was China, then Iran, and Europe. Now President Trump is banning travel to the U.S. by foreign nationals who've been in Brazil within the last 14 days. Like with the other partial travel bans, there are exceptions. It doesn't apply to U.S. citizens, green card holders, and close family members. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany said in a statement that the actions will help ensure foreign nationals who've been in Brazil do not become a source of additional infections in the U.S. She added that the restrictions do not apply to the flow of commerce between the two countries. Tamara Keith, NPR News.
On this Memorial Day, President Trump is preparing to leave for Arlington National Cemetery in a couple of hours. He is to participate in the wreath-laying ceremony there. Also scheduled to be in Baltimore today to speak at the Fort McHenry National Monument. Kentucky state lawmakers from both sides of the aisle are coming together after an effigy of Governor Andy Beshear was hung near the state's Capitol building. Josh James is with member station WUKY. He reports protesters at a pro-Second Amendment rally are believed to be responsible.
Louisville Courier-Journal reporter Sarah Ladd tweeted images of the effigy hanging from a tree close to the Capitol. Media outlets report demonstrators also gathered at the nearby governor's mansion and called for the Democrat to come out. The effigy had the Latin phrase Sic Semper Tyrannis, which translates to thus always to tyrants written on it. Lawmakers in both parties have been quick to condemn the action, with Kentucky House Democrats calling it the, quote, logical conclusion of rhetoric heard during previous anti-shutdown rallies. The state Republican Party said the act has, quote, no place in Kentucky's political discourse. For NPR News, I'm Josh James in Lexington, Kentucky.
To Florida now, where a federal judge has stricken down key parts of a state law that require people with felony convictions to pay a fee before they regain the right to vote. Danny Rivero from member station WLRN in Miami reports.
In a 125-page ruling, federal judge Robert Hinkle said the Florida law violated multiple sections of the Constitution. First, he said it discriminates against the poor. That's because a rich person who commits a crime would be able to vote before a poor person who faced the same sentence. He also said the state's record keeping is so sloppy that it's made it impossible in some cases for someone to even find out if they owe money at all. The ruling is expected to allow hundreds of thousands of Floridians to be able to register to vote, some for the first time in their lives. The state of Florida is expected to appeal the decision. For NPR News, I'm Danny Rivero in Miami.
And this is NPR.
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some Freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Less commercials, definitely.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Awesome!
Welcome back to the attack. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, originating on alienxradio.com in Detroit, Michigan, and broadcasting from the other side of Planet Chaos directly into your vajir holes. Live on fantastic stations like Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. fantastic and fine affiliates around the world in syndication and replay. United Sound Choice Radio, United Talk Radio, Prodcore Radio, and Pure Rock Radio, as well as 97.1 KGSB-FM Get Smashed Radio in Seattle, Washington. Thank you for joining me. I'm Alien Stone, guys. Hope you've been enjoying the music so far. Hope you've been enjoying the silliness, but it's going to get better. Okay, we got 3 hours. And, of course, you guys can affect the show by calling in at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919 or AlienStone1 on the Skype. On the Skype. What am I saying? Oh, yeah, he's on the Skype, don't you know? Yeah. He's listening to the rock music. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, folks. I don't know, what do you want to talk about? The quarantine? You want to talk about crazy lockdowns? Do you want to talk about clowns? What about flying, chainsaw-wielding, flying spider clowns? That's probably what's coming after the murder hornets. I'm just saying. We're in for it. We're in for it. Flying. Okay, anyway. Back to the ridiculous headlines that I'm seeing here. So we already talked about IKEA. Now, a Florida teen, we were just speaking about murder hornets a second ago. A Florida teen was stung over 600 times by bees. These are not murder hornets, okay? Not murder hornets. They're just bees, okay? But 600 times would be a serious thing for anybody, okay? Man, woman, child, doesn't matter. 600 stings is a lot. Okay, so this guy got stung over 600 times. How? You know, where was he? Obviously, he had to be near an enormous beehive, okay? This isn't happening at the park, all right? It's not happening at the park. You're not getting chased down by a swarm of 600 bees at the slide or the swings, okay? You were someplace else, okay? Where were you? And what did you do to get 600 bees so angry? Because as it says here, they're just regular bees. These are not killer bees or murder hornets or anything like that where they swarm and attack to swarm and attack. Okay? They don't relentlessly chase you down like some bees do. Okay, there are some that will do that. Not this case. So what did he do to make them so mad to get 600? A Florida teenager is lying in critical condition after he was stung more than 600 times by bees. Lawrence Thomas, 14. He's 14 years old, who is allergic to bees. Now the truth is coming out, okay? So you're not that allergic to bees. I tell you that now, because I know people that are allergic to bees in one sting and they could die. You took 600 stings and you're in the hospital. That would have put somebody who's not allergic to bees in the hospital. But we'll continue here. Why, okay, was he stung? Okay, his parents actually have their picture here, and I would never allow my picture to be out here after finding out why. One of his friends told him that having sex was like putting your penis inside a jar of warm honey. He's 14, okay? Now, I wasn't that dumb when I was 14, but apparently he heard them say this, and he's like, okay, well, guess there wasn't any honey around. So he decided to put his penis into a beehive. Really, dude? Really? So he's having sex with a beehive. And needless to say, it enraged the colony of bees that were living inside of this giant beehive. And they attacked him. Because in their mind, they're being attacked. Right? Right. What is wrong with people? Okay? I mean, I have a segment called Just a Few Questions, where I pose a lot of really stupid questions, and I put people in stupid situations, and I point out stupid things people are doing, and it's all fun and games, okay? But there are people out there that are actually doing these stupid things. And it all started with a harmless stupid thing. Do you remember the first one? It was the Ice Bucket Challenge. The Ice Bucket Challenge came out, and everybody's like, well, that's stupid, but it was harmless. It was harmless, and it raised money, and everybody enjoyed it, and they posted it, and they talked about it, and they had a good time. And then it got ridiculous, and it started turning into this challenge, and this challenge. And next thing you know, people are eating Tide Pods, and they're snorting condoms, and now they're drinking peroxide and having sex with beehives. What is wrong with folks? Come on now. I spoke in the last segment about having to put signs up everywhere telling you not to do stupid things, and I'm starting to think that we need to actually do this, I guess. Everywhere we look, there's going to be a sign. Everywhere, there'll be a sign on a tree. It says, please do not climb out on the limb and then saw the limb off from the other side. Okay, because you'll fall. All right, if you don't put the sign there, then who would know that if you're sitting on a limb or hanging off of a tree and you're cutting the limb on the other side of you, that you're not going to fall with the limb? Who knew that, right, without a sign? I'm sorry, I digress back to this again. But the gentleman, he had sex with a beehive. So he is now in the hospital for, I don't know which is, the bees are starting a Me Too movement now, okay? That's all I'm saying, is that the bees feel violated. Can you imagine your front door opening up and the giant penis entering? I'm just saying, it was probably shocking, okay? How about we get some more music into your vajir holes right now? And I think Rusty Boilers is in order. Last week, I think I played their different one. I'm going to play Rusty Boilers by Rusty Boilers right now for your vajir holes on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
There is a place in the desert where the rain sounds very nervy, knocking and dripping, knocking and dripping. As tears are gathered through rusty, broken stars, and it fills up, and it fills up. The rusty boilers and the walls lie down, coated in wonder and yellowish brown. The joy they make up, desert oblivion, lasting forever in cosmic pavilion. It's dripping, knocking and dripping. Yeah, it's dripping, knocking and dripping. Rusty boilers tend to conceal the love to people that the desert appeal. With silent tears they sacrifice for peace, a beautiful house and a good night's kiss. And it's dripping, knocking and dripping. Yeah, it's dripping, knocking and dripping.
I'm hungry.
Into the show at 313-444-8919. Here we go! Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your ear holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
All right, folks, welcome back to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. Sending a shout-out to our affiliate stations in replay and syndication around the world, like Western Reserve Digital Radio in Ohio, K89 in Pennsylvania, and Mile High Radio in Colorado, as well as Good Talk Radio in Colorado, and IRN Internet Radio Network, Florida. Thank you, everybody, for listening on all these fantastic, fine affiliate stations all around this big blue ball that we call Earth. And yes, I said big blue ball. I know there's green too, but it's mostly blue, so we're going to call it the big blue ball, okay? Okay. That's what we're going to do. Sky blue, all that too, all right? So, folks, I'm a little frustrated, but you guys know that by now, by listening to my show. You know I get frustrated really easy. Facebook, is anybody having problems with Facebook today? 1313-444-8919. What I mean by problems is, you click on the page, and it loads in sections of your page, and then sits there for literally 3.5 minutes loading the rest of the pages. Now, of course, everybody out there that's, hey, I'm Mr. Nerd Guy. I just want to say that it's probably your connection. It's not really a Facebook issue. It's your computer or it's your connection. Try your network router and shut up, okay? I'm not stupid. I've tried all this, okay? I've got several different computers and several different ways of loading this in. Same issue on network connections, hardwired connections, wireless connections, and 3 different machines. Facebook's having some kind of issue with my page today. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Are you experiencing such issues? Now, here's another slightly related question. Has everybody been hearing about this new fact finder page that Facebook has assigned? That's right. They have chosen an organization to be the fact finders for the posts that we make from day to day on Facebook. Now, if that particular organization decides on its own that your post is not factual, or for whatever reason they say that it is not correct, they will block your post and give you absolutely no explanation as to why. They will not tell you what the truth is, and they will not allow you to discuss anything with you. You can argue with them all you want. You can send letters to them, but it doesn't matter because they have already hit the gavel down and said, nope, this is false. And this has been proven time and time again already that they are not correct. Okay, they say we have done our fact finding and found out that this person is not telling the truth, that this information is incorrect, so we're blocking their post. But it turns out that person, it's like, are you even looking at who you're dealing with here? Because I'm not going to throw names around, but there's a very, very famous young lady who I would vote for president immediately if she ran, okay? And she has recently had some of her posts taken down because the Facebook fact-finding committee, whatever you want to call them, said that her stuff was not correct. Okay, but yet she contacted them and gave them all of the evidence, all of the actual proof showing that what she was saying was actually true, and it was not overturned, and they're not going to worry about this. Now, it turns out, too, that this fact-finding committee or whatever, of course, is in the pocket of Facebook to begin with. They're not independent, and they are certainly not non-biased in any way. So just to let you know, depending on how you word things, if you are promoting certain aspects that Facebook just simply doesn't want promoted on their page anymore, they will have their fake fact finder committee determine that your post is incorrect or fake and then block it under the guise that you are the one that is lying and it's actually them that is being untruthful. So anyway, I'm just saying be really careful out there when you're reading these posts because apparently they're letting all the lies go through that agree with their agenda and they're blocking all the truth that is against their agenda. And I'm sure that there's other actual lies being blocked as well. But yeah. So just letting you know, folks. Have any of you had an issue with this? Because I have had several of my friends tell me that their posts have been blocked despite the fact that numerous sources all confirm that it is, in fact, a truthful post. It just didn't agree with the agenda that Facebook has before them. So, anyway, I had to close all my pages and everything just to reopen it so that I could see if I can load in some of the stories that I was trying to talk about today on the show. Because Facebook, apparently they don't want me to talk about the people masturbating at IKEA or the Florida guy who got stung 600 times by bees because he had sex with a beehive. Okay, apparently that is against their community standards, I guess, because they're stopping me. Now, here's another stupid story for you folks. Okay, very stupid. Burger King, okay, is one of the many, many, many restaurants out there that is trying to continue working during the pandemic, okay, and they're doing everything they can to install the illusion of medical safety. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is, folks. It's all an illusion. The masks, the gloves, all the pizza places dropping the pizza on your doorstep and you coming out and getting it. All that's doing is making your pizza closer to the bugs in the ground and making it cold. It's not helping you. Okay, I'm just letting you know. But Burger King, they are really, really ridiculous. Okay, first I'm going to give you the first dumb thing that Burger King does. When you pull up to the drive-thru and they tell you $15.95 or whatever your bill is, and you pull out your credit card, they take one of those little plastic trays that you would normally put chopped up onions in or something, and they point that out the window there, and you're supposed to put your credit card in the little tray, right? So you drop your little credit card in the tray, And then they take that back inside. They run your credit card. They put the credit card back in that little tray, and then they put that tray out the window, and then you take your credit card out of the tray, right? Seems good, right? You didn't touch his hand. His hand didn't touch you, but yet he still grabbed the same credit card that you touched, and then you touched that credit card after he touched it, okay? And he now hands out the bag of food and the straws without a tray. So, again, what was the point of that? As well as the drink, okay? So that's all kind of just for an illusion, right? Now, think about what has actually happened. They just made it worse, folks. They made it absolutely worse. And let me explain to you why they made it worse. If I pull up to the window and I take my credit card out and I hand it to the guy in the window, and he grabs it straight from me, okay? Swipes it, and then he hands that credit card straight back to me, okay? I've interacted with this gentleman, okay? And he may wash his hands. All right. Now, I throw my credit card into a tray that the last 27 people threw their credit card into the same tray, all reaching their hands into that tray to get their credit card back out. They haven't washed that tray after every single person comes through there. So, again, your illusion is now blown away by facts and reality is that you guys are now made a petri dish to collect your credit cards. And then to make it worse, I actually seen a couple of times the guy put the bag of food in the tray and hand the tray out. Now, I'm not paranoid and freaked out about all this stuff, but some people are. So if you're trying to put an illusion of safety, that ain't doing it, folks. That ain't doing it. And this one isn't doing it either. This is another dumb thing. You know the crowns that Burger King has? Those little crowns that all the kids run around with? They're so cute. Yeah. Imagine this. They now have a super giant crown. It's like a giant sombrero. It goes out 3 feet on each side of you. That way, if another person has on the crown, that would put you 6 feet away. So it's social distancing crowns from Burger King. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. It's a fact. Taking a short break for you guys. I got to regather my thoughts after that. And a news update from Fox News. Go nowhere.
Safety first. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what the White House Coronavirus Task Force is reminding us. Stay socially distant and wear a mask in public. Dr. Deborah Birx.
It's really critically important. We have the scientific evidence of how important mask wearing is.
The one big pool party at the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri this weekend went viral. Video showing a lot of people crowded together, not many wearing masks. Beaches are open in a lot of areas on both coasts.
New Jersey remains second in the entire country for overall coronavirus deaths and also second for new deaths, followed by Pennsylvania. Governor Wolf in Pennsylvania asked residents there not to travel to the Jersey Shore over fears that people will bring the virus back to that state.
Fox's Aisha Hasni on this Memorial Day. Those who died fighting for our country will still be honored, but the corona crisis has changed things. Ceremonies and parades postponed. Commemorations in some cases are now online. President Trump will go to Arlington National Cemetery to lay a wreath, and then he'll go to Fort McHenry in Baltimore.
The hoisting of the American flag after the fort defended Baltimore Harbor during the War of 1812 inspired the poem that came to be known as the Star-Spangled Banner. Today's visit comes just over a week after Maryland began to lift some of its stay-at-home restrictions.
Fox's John Decker. Brazil has surged to second in the world behind the U.S. in coronavirus cases, prompting the Trump administration to ready new travel restrictions on Brazilians coming to America starting Thursday. There's a manhunt for a suspected killer now in 3 states after a double murder in Connecticut.
We know that he is armed and dangerous.
Connecticut State Trooper Christine Jeltima, they're looking for Peter Manfredonia, a 23-year-old UConn student who's believed to have had guns he got in a home invasion. A car he is said to have stolen was found in New Jersey at the Pennsylvania border yesterday afternoon. America's listening to Fox News.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
I used to be a nice girl. Until Alien Stone took me for a ride in his mothership. Now I'm an intergalactic hottie. Thank you, Alien Stone.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Feel Good Firing's the place to call when you really want to make yourself feel big by firing somebody. We provide you with an unsuspecting loser who you can hire, then turn around and fire. But Feel Good Firing services go beyond just satisfying your little hissy fits. We'll give you someone you can pin the blame on the next time you spend the whole company payroll on hookers and blow. So when you screw up, don't take the blame. Just pass the buck. Call Feel Good Firings and we'll take the blame, the shame, and the indictments away.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Ah, yeah. Welcome, everybody. It's hour number 2 of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. We are broadcasting to you live directly into your Vajir holes from the other side of Planet Chaos on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network, just to name our live affiliates. You can give me a call at 1-313-444-8919 or Skype me at AlienStone1. That's all one word, Alien Stone, and the number 1, Alien Stone 1. Coming up in this hour, we are going to do a bit of a review of Who Wants to Be a Smartass. That is a brand new game show that I'm trying to develop. It is not there yet, but it's entertaining. It's very fun. It's a cross of many game shows that you're familiar with, but Who Wants to Be a Smartass will be coming up in the second half of this hour, as well as scouring the internet for goofy and strange stories, which I have some of them in front of me that will be coming up. Like what restaurants are doing to fill their restaurants, right? Because you can't fill it with people. Absolutely. That's just one thing we're going to talk about when we come back. And I want to know your opinion, too. Your opinion. You know, on Facebook, is it a social platform or isn't it? If it's a social platform and you pose a question on Facebook, why would you get angry at somebody for answering the question? Why are you talking on my page? You asked a question, fool! Anyway, we'll talk about all that shortly. But first, I need some more music for your Vajir holes. Remember, guys, if you got a band out there and you want your music featured on the show and on the station, then take an MP3 with the name of your band and the name of the song and attach it to an to an email and send it to newmusic@alienxradio.com. Again, that is newmusic@alienxradio.com. So, getting things underway right now with I Am Trouble, and back again, the name of the tune. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do what you want to do. Set your goals, accomplish your dreams. I'm off and running, baby. I am trouble. Let's go. The ground running, I ain't looking back again. All the shit I've done in the past has got me adamant to be the man that I can be and lead them to the promised land. Cause I done finally found my flame and I can take a stand. I ain't giving up again, but y'all don't really understand. Everything I went through, I did it so I could be a man. Sacrificing myself so y'all ain't gotta do it. Knowing that my daughters will hold me down if I'ma lose it. I swear to y'all and these babies, they be my doing fluid. I'ma keep it moving like a Buick just to prove it to them. Riding till the wheels fall off, I can't be not pursuing. Cause I done promised myself that I'ma make it big. I don't give a shit what you say about me, I'm on again. See this music, I love it like it's a friend of mine. Had I never found the mic, I probably would've lost my mind. Or ended up a junkie looking for another line. I ain't going back again to the lonely road that I used to roam. I was so alone. But I built my dream and now I'm living it. Got my hands in the air and yeah, I'm kicking it. I'm not going back. I ain't going back again to the lonely road. I can still remember everything that they said, that I could never be a rapper, get it out of my head. So I didn't choose a rapper, picked an artist instead. And now I'm painting perfect pictures like Picasso with that. It ain't a dream anymore because I live it. Just a timid little boy that blew up without a gimmick. Now I'm giving everything that I got like the critic. Always kept it real, you can never say that I didn't. Told Sony go to hell, I ain't changing my image. I am the person I am and got a flow to defend it. And I'll be damned if I sell out, I ain't even been in. So put one in the air, it's home for me. Let me take you on a journey that my eyes can see. And I'ma show you everything that I chose to be. Hard work and dedication is a part of T. So if you're feeling how I'm feeling, come on and sing it with me. I ain't going back again to the lonely road that I used to roam. I was so alone, but I built my dream and now I'm living it. Got my hands in the air and yeah, I'm kicking it. I'm not going back. I ain't going back again to the lonely road.
I'm joined right now by a very special guest. You might know him as Merle from The Walking Dead. It's actor Michael Rooker. So you're listening to Alien Stone.
I'll never be able to say all that. I don't say anything that has to do with alien stones. I don't like talking about aliens, and I definitely don't like talking about their stones. So no, I can't do that. You can do that one. That's my tag, and I'm sticking to it.
Sugar can't be poured.
Yeah, well, Sabrina Fala for their And Your Kiss is a killer. One of my favorite lines ever in a song was, I'm Godzilla, and you're Tokyo, and I'm Godzilla. That is an amazing line. Like, how, when you're writing a song, at what point did you think that you were going to work Godzilla and Tokyo into the song, and it isn't the song Godzilla? Okay? I'm just saying. That had to have been an amazing feat to do. All right. Anyway, I'm going to play another song for your Vajir Hole right now. Damn It All to Hell is the name of the song. And 6E, the name of the tune. The band.
Planet Chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
An ingenious conspiracy has begun, and someone has to stop the madman who started it all.
What do you got, Jerry? Model 912 cut up 2 people inside the house. I'm going in. You're going in? We can send a disarm robot in. It'll hit the floater, it'll hit the disarm, and any minute it's going to decide to hit the kid.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No.
We've got a non-standard chip here. Can turn any domestic computer into a killing machine.
Working late at night all by yourself?
I just had a few things to finish up.
No,
big
I
deal.
insist. Let me help you.
No.
This is a bad guy.
He's killed 5 so far. I want him.
I'm telling you, I can't go out there. I can't go out!
What does it take to get through to you? He sees everything. He knows everything that's going on in here.
Can't run away, Ramsey. My little machines will find you wherever you go. You heard of a bullet that has your name on it? This isn't a runaway. This is murder.
We're never gonna make it through this one.
Runaway. Tom Selleck, Cynthia Rhodes, Gene Simmons. Runaway.
Ah, yes, folks. The bad movie flashbacks. If you got an idea for a bad movie flashback, by all means, and when I mean bad movie flashback, it doesn't have to actually be a bad movie. Okay? It was considered a bad movie. Maybe it was just considered a bad movie. Maybe it had really low budget, bad special effects, but you love the movie anyway. You know, movies that I've done previously as bad movie flashbacks, Flash Gordon, for instance. These are the type of things I'm talking about. Here, let me give you some of the other ones that I've just recently done. We did Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. We did Big Trouble in Little China, which is not a bad movie at all. It's just considered by some folks. Chud. You know, Class of Nukem High, Creep Show, Earth Girls Are Easy. And I said Flash Gordon, Howard the Duck. These are movies that I want to use as bad movie flashbacks. So if you've got an idea for a bad movie flashback, then send it to me. alienstone@alienxradio.com. The email is alienstone@alienxradio.com. Questions, comments, suggestions, whatever. Send it on over to me and your new music over to newmusic@alienxradio.com. So, folks, let me pull up this little story that I was telling you about. Restaurants have been shut down for, 2 months now? I don't know. I'm lost track. I lost track. And it's ongoing in a lot of states. These restaurants are shut down. So the only way that you're going to get your favorite food is to call in and then go pick it up. Okay? You can't sit in the restaurant. You're still allowed to hand money to the guy, and he's allowed to hand you the food. And in a lot of places, you're even allowed to walk into the restaurant and come up to the counter to get your food. So it's not like they're keeping you outside and they're walking out to give you your food. Some places are doing that, but a lot of them are not. So now some of them are opening back up again in states where they're allowed to. But they're being opened up under new guidelines, of course. You know, they have to have sneeze guards in front of everything. You forget about buffets. That's not going to happen. There ain't going to be no self-serve anything. You're not going to be able to go up and get your own food. You know, if that ever comes back, it's going to be more like high school used to be with the lunch ladies, where you come up to the counter, you can see the food, but you can't access the food. You can only point at it, and the person behind the counter is going to put it on your dish and then give you the dish. They're not going to allow everybody to access the food. But anyway, I digress. That's not what I'm talking about. Filling the restaurants. Because have you ever, I'm sure you have, you've gone to your favorite restaurant at an off-peak time, maybe, and maybe there was you and one other table in the whole restaurant, and they're eating. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the normal time that people go in there and eat. And it was kind of uncomfortable, wasn't it? It was a little weird sitting in there all by yourself eating. The music is really loud because you don't have all the clanking of the dishes and the conversations going on, the cell phones and all that stuff. The waiters walking by and all the hustle and bustle. So it's awkward. You know, some people like that, but it's still awkward. So there's a company that has extended a helping hand, if you will, to the restaurants saying, I understand that your customers, when they're sitting in the restaurants, they don't enjoy the emptiness of the restaurant. Even on days when you have a lot of people in there, you still can't have all your tables filled. You're only allowed to be at a certain capacity, which means every other table is going to be empty, right? So at the most, you're going to look half full. So what was their solution? They said, hey, we can stage your restaurant with artificial customers. Artificial customers, what are you talking about? Like mannequins, things like that. We'll dress them in different attire and stuff, and they'll be in your restaurant, and they'll look like they are having dinner and stuff. You can put plates and dishes in front of them and stuff, and that way, obviously, it'll be the customers will know they're fake, but when a customer is sitting at a table across from the person that they're sitting at the table with, and they're having a conversation and eating, their peripheral vision sees a full restaurant. Unless they look over and stare at that table, they're not going to notice that that's a mannequin. They're just going to see peripheral vision people all in the seats. Is it ridiculous and silly? Of course it is. But a lot of ridiculous and silly things are put in place just to make people's minds at ease. So the company was hired by several restaurants to do just that. Stage the restaurant. Well, folks, they did a little different staging than you would think. All of the fake or faux customers that they had in the restaurant were having dinner in the restaurant. They were all dressed in proper attire for the restaurant. However, they were not mannequins. And it was painfully obvious that they were all extraordinarily low-budget sex dolls. Every single one of them. They were blow-up vinyl dolls with visible seams and the hard plastic molded faces glued onto the front. All of them with the mouth in the slurping soup position, we can say. I can say that? Yes. So, what do you think? I mean, let's say you go into a restaurant, and the first thing you're going to notice, obviously, is that, a lot of the people sitting in the restaurant are sex dolls. Okay? Do you think this is going to make you want to sit in the restaurant and eat? Some people are going to find that to be funny, and they're going to want to sit in the restaurant and eat. Some people are going to think it's disgusting, even though I'm sure that they were brand new. I'm sure they're not used sex dolls. Come on, folks. Who knows? Maybe they're recycled. I don't know. And do they drop them off at the restaurant and then leave them unattended and then pick them up to go take them someplace else? What happened to this? I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me, the whole idea and concept. It would be more acceptable if they were mannequins. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you're using sex dolls. Now, turn out that the same company has done the same thing for some kind of stadiums or something, and all of the sex dolls that were out there were rooting for people, but some of them had signs for sexual explicit content on the internet and websites and things of that nature. So, all I'm saying, folks, is that, do a little research when you're getting ready to hire somebody to bring in faux customers to your restaurant, because I'm sure that's going to happen to you quite often, right? Certainly. So anyway, we can take a short break, pause the action for station identification, and an opportunity to bring you up to speed on what is going on in the world with a news update and a sports update. That's right, there's not a whole lot of sports going on, but our home prospect has been able to bring us a sports update just about every single day. So, yeah, here you go, my friends. This is a news update from, I believe it's from, I don't know who it's from this time, AP News, maybe?
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. Experts say within days, the U.S. will likely hit a grim milestone. 100,000 deaths from the coronavirus. The doctor coordinating the White House response has a warning after seeing those crowds that flocked to the beaches over the Memorial Day weekend.
We've made it clear that there's asymptomatic spread, and that means that people are spreading the virus unknowingly.
Dr. Deborah Birx tells ABC's This Week.
So you don't know who's infected, and so we really want to be clear all the time that social distancing is absolutely critical. And if you can't social distance and you're outside, you must wear a mask.
As for the possibility that a second wave of infections in the fall could prompt another round of shutdowns, Birx says the government is trying to learn how to reopen safely.
We act like like we've actually done this before. And besides 1918 and 1919, we've not ever closed parts of America. And even then, the whole country wasn't closed.
Ben Thomas, Washington.
President Trump will lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery today. Then it's on to Baltimore, where he'll visit a historic fort. But Baltimore's Mayor Jack Young says the president's setting a bad example, traveling when Americans have been told to stay home as much as possible. The White House is extending its travel ban against countries hit hard by the virus, adding Brazil to the list. This applies to foreigners who've recently been in Brazil. But National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien says the U.S. is not turning its back on Brazil.
They're having a tough time with this crisis, and we're going to help them get through it.
Japan is declaring an end to the coronavirus national state of emergency for the whole country. A huge fire that tore through a warehouse on San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf has destroyed fishing gear used to deliver about 2/3 of the city's fresh seafood. This is AP News.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Hello and welcome one and all to the weekly sports update with The Prospect on Alien X Radio. There's been reports of another sport that's poised to return this year. Spain's Prime Minister has announced that the La Liga has been given the green light to resume on June 8th. In a speech, the league has the go-ahead to resume as long as they follow health guidelines. The league was suspended after a state of emergency was declared when over 230,000 cases and 28,000 deaths were confirmed by Spain. There's been some concern voiced by players and coaches about the decision, but that has been more so because of the threat of injury to the players in the looming pandemic. No word on if the games will play with fans or not. This is the second soccer league restarting play after it was reported last week that Bundesliga has been resumed after a lengthy lockdown. As it stands right now, the Champions League is suspended indefinitely. Euro 2020 and Copa America are suspended till next year. Ligue 1 has declared PSG the official champions of their shortened season. Serie A has been given until August 20th to finish their current season, with the target date of September 1st to start the next one. And the Premier League has allowed small group training with the hopes to return soon. If the once promising but now suspended reboot of the XFL have proven something with their style of play, is that no rule is a stupid rule. College football has already adopted their kickoff rule in some of their spring games. The NFL has decided to tinker with their rule book and test out a potential game-changing situation in their hopefully new season later this year. According to the Philadelphia Eagles, the proposal is to replace the onside kick with the 4th and 15 from the 25-yard line. Team owners will have the chance to vote on this and other rule proposals on May 28th during their virtual meeting. Well, tune in next week for more sports. The Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect, saying until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done?
The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water.
Dead in the water.
Beg for Mercy and Under the Blade.
We live our lives under a blade.
Available
Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock Rages in Garden City.
It's the organ sale of the century. It's Dr. Jack's Organ Scratch and Bruise sale. We're overstocked, and the shelf life is about to run out.
I've over-harvested. Oh, no.
Livers, pancreas, and those hard-to-find spleens. Oh, sure, they're a little brown around the edges, but we pass the savings on to you. Dr. Jack has gone crazy. Sure, it's crazy to buy organs 2 days after they've been removed. Crazy like a fox, it's Dr. Jack's Organ Scratch and Bruise sale.
Hey, with my new kidney, I can pee like a kid again. With my new liver, I'm drinking like a fish again.
If you're not completely satisfied, return the organ and keep the handy Carry Cool Cooler as our gift. Dr. Jack's Organ Scratch and Bruise sale. Going on now while supplies last.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
All right, folks, we have reached that time where I need to enlighten you on what happened during yesterday's show. We did there's a brand spanking new little game show that I have started called Who Wants to Be a Smartass? And I've only just begun to develop the show, so it's a little rough, folks. It's a little rough, but it is entertaining. There'll be many more aspects added to it. Some things will change and adapt, and if you have any suggestions or, you know, any kind of input out at all, send me an email at alienstone@alienxradio.com. That's alienstone@alienxradio.com. So, I'm going to go ahead and play what was the third attempt as we develop this show, Who Wants to Be a Smartass?
Once in a lifetime, there comes a show that will test and define your intellect. A show that will break through the boundaries of your mind. A show that will peel away the layers of reality to reveal the inner workings of who we are. And when a show like that comes along, we will gladly step aside and give them our time slot. But until then, who wants to be a smartass?
All right, folks, welcome back to the show. It is time to play the brandest, newest game show on the network, Who Wants to Be a Smartass?
Martin's still on? I didn't know Martin was still on.
Oh, yeah, I kept him around for this, man.
Oh.
It's better to play this one with two contestants. Because remember, someone's got to pick up the dropped balls.
That's true.
If it's like me, I've got to redeem myself because I am a dumbass.
That's right, man. You're a two-time dumbass.
Two-time dumbass, I know, yeah.
Dumbass.
I've come back on to try and attempt to redeem oneself.
Yeah, it was like, last time he played, it was
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
And then we got rid of you.
Oh, poor man Martin.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna actually do this the way that the show was supposed to start. Because I'm gonna eventually make a whole video show out of this, and everything's gonna be cool. So it's gonna be, I'm Alien Stone, and welcome to the show that asks the question, Who wants to be a smartass? Contestants will choose from categories and answer questions trying to match the top 5 answers. Each player will be given an allowed time to come up with as many answers as they can. Missed answers are called dropped balls. Your opponent will be given a chance to pick up the balls you drop and add the points to their score. So, you better work on your mental juggling. 1 point will be awarded for each correct answer, with special points given for creativity and well-placed sarcasm. Remember, when answering a question, you give as many answers as you can, but when picking up dropped balls, you may only give as many answers as there are dropped balls. After 3 rounds, a winner will be determined, and he or she will go on to the all-or-nothing verbal diarrhea round, for which you can win it all and emerge victorious as a smartass, or lose everything and forever be branded a dumbass.
Yay.
All that going on, you know what I'm saying? Now it's time to meet our contestants. First, from Alien X Radio, we've got the co-host of Inside the Mothership. D-Unit. D-Unit, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm nervous.
You're nervous? See, everybody's welcome to the show.
I don't want to be a dumbass, but I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Tell us just a little bit about yourself there, sir.
I'm here.
he's here. He's representing all the other people that are here.
Representing everybody else who's not here, too. Yes.
All right. And our contestant number 2 is Mad Martin. Mad Martin, how are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
It's good to be here.
Mad Martin, what is it that you do for a living?
Apparently I'm a dumbass.
How does that pay?
Not very well.
I wouldn't think so. So, let's go ahead and get started with round number 1, everybody. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
So, player number 1 chooses first. Player number 2 picks up the balls. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm going to give you your categories. We're going to start, I believe I started last time with, who started last time?
I don't know.
We're going to start with you today, D-Unit. We're going to start with D-Unit. So I'm going to give you your categories. Let me shuffle them up. I don't want to do the same order that we did last time. And your categories are strippers. But why? Heavy metal vomit parties. Or cleanup, aisle 9.
Let's go with heavy metal vomit parties.
Heavy metal vomit parties. And your question is, whether you're in high school, what is this? Oh, whether you're in high school and your parents are gone for the weekend, or you're in college, you are familiar with the heavy metal vomit party. Name these things expected at one of these fine events. I will get 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now.
Okay, we're going to go with a keg of beer, Jack Daniels, a lava lamp, a water bong, strippers, cocaine, pizza, beer, obviously I said that, liquor, buckets for people to puke in, hopefully. Obviously good stereo system.
And there's your time. There's your time. All right, so now let's go to the judges, see how many that you got right. You got 3 right.
Ooh.
Which means you dropped 2 balls. Now, to make things a little easier on Mad Martin for picking up those 2 balls, I'm going to let him know which balls you actually got, so he does not say any of those. So obviously, everything he said, think about it. Everything he said, the ones he got right was a keg of beer, pizza, and weed. He got those. So now you have to pick up 2 balls. So you can only give me 2 answers now. I will give you 20 seconds on the clock to pick up 2 balls. Are you ready? Your time starts now.
Okay, snorting ants, setting fire to hotels.
2 answers, just 2 answers. All you can give me is 2 answers.
They're my 2 answers then.
What were they? Setting fire to a hotel?
Setting fire to a hotel and snorting ants.
Snorting ants! Wow! He went all Ozzy Osbourne on us. Let's go ahead and check and see. You got Jack.
You get nothing.
Surprised.
The balls
he got all the good ones. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, he had all the best balls.
I was gonna say some jean jackets, Metallica music. I don't know.
Well, the 2 answers, the 2 balls that got dropped was plastic cups and a band. Yes, plastic cups and a band. So that brings us to round number 2. And Mad Martin is going to take lead on this one. Is that how we're supposed to do this? Yes, that is how we're supposed to do this. Okay. So, your topics or your categories are as follows. The apocalypse. What's up, Doc? Turkish prisons. And who cut the cheese?
I'll go with Apocalypse for 1,000, please.
Going with Apocalypse for 1,000. All right, Bad Martin, here is your question. In the apocalypse, if the world doesn't end overnight, it will most likely descend into madness as society implodes. What are some of the things we could see happening at this time? And this is funny because I actually wrote this before all this stuff happened. Before the pandemic, these things were written before them, which is bizarre. So now you actually should be able to answer these questions no problem because you've seen it. And Mad Martin, I'm going to put 25 seconds on the clock for round number 2, and your time starts now.
Was it this for reasons for the apocalypse, is it?
Things that you'll see happen in the apocalypse.
Okay, in the apocalypse, Joe Biden becoming president, murder hornets, pandemic, toilet roll going out of into oblivion, face masks, people being dumbasses,
and your time is up. Your time is up. Let's go to the judges and see how many balls did Mad Martin cup.
None.
I'm gonna get where the judges are giving you one because you said toilet paper and the answer was hoarding. So
okay.
you will definitely see hoarding. Now that means there are 4 dropped balls on the ground D unit that you get to pick up. Now, I'm not even going to give you time. I'm just going to let you answer 4 answers to pick up as many balls as you can. Things that you would see happening during the time that society is imploding and collapsing. And go.
Online shopping happening more often. Less traffic on the roads. A decreasing gas price. And divorces.
And let's go to the judges and see how many of those 4 balls did you pick up? None of them.
Oh.
So
You suck again!
we had to have the judges help out Mad Martin, and they couldn't do nothing for you. The answers that were left on the ground are looting, price gouging. I think, did you say something about prices?
Well, I said shopping online.
Yeah,
that doesn't count.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't give myself credit for that.
Martial law. And then the final one is dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Oh, good Ghostbusters reference.
All right. So, I can't.
Cats sleeping with dogs. Let's go, host.
I'm trying to find my other list. Apocalypse are on that one. Strippers are on that one. There. Oh, we did that one already.
Oh, you suck again.
Well, see, Mad Martin's got one extra game in than you do, so he's used some of these.
Oh, I get you.
But it's your turn, so I'm going to go with you. So your categories are... Tastes just like chicken. That goes where? Or just blow me. Tastes just like chicken. That goes where? Or just blow me.
I'm going to go with that goes where?
That goes where? And your question is...
Why am I fearing myself for taking this one? But
Many things in this world are designed for one purpose. They fit together and work together. Name these tools that are specifically designed to fit a specific thing. These are tools that are designed to fit a specific thing. And I'm going to give you 20 seconds on the clock. Time starts now.
Tools that are supposed to fit a specific thing. Well, okay, so I'm thinking tools. I don't know. Allen wrench. Phillips head screwdriver.
All right, time is up, and let's go to the judges and see what you got. Got 2. So, to make it easier on Mad Martin, the ones that the unit got was screwdriver and Allen key. So you got the screwdriver and the Allen key, which means there are 3 balls dropped on the ground. These are tools that are designed to fit a specific thing. I'm gonna have to give you time because, he wanted to do an hour and a half on that last one. I give you 15 seconds on the clock to give me those 3 answers that he missed. And the time starts right now.
Okay, sockets. We've already had screwdriver. We've got... I'm trying to think now. It's truth.
A vibrator.
And your time is up. Your time is up.
No.
Let's go to the judges. And miraculously, you got 1.
And that's just the one I said.
But here's the problem with that. I have to take away your point because you also gave the same answer as D-Unit. You said screwdriver. So I had to take away a point, so you're back to dumbass again. Sorry.
What was the one he got that I didn't get?
He got sockets.
Oh.
Which are specifically designed for a specific thing. The other ones are a rib spreader.
We use them every day.
Pretty much used just for spreading up ribs, right? And the other one is a vibrator, like you said.
Oh, see?
But you
I did it.
Wasn't your turn.
I did it. I tried to do it in his accent. Maybe
you
got
did.
Past the judge.
You did say vibrator. You did. So it looks as though D-Unit is the winner. Which means that now D-Unit moves on to the verbal diarrhea round. Are you ready for the verbal diarrhea round?
I don't know. I'll try.
I don't remember what I did with the verbal diarrhea information.
Oh, he doesn't even... Okay, good.
Okay, well, the way that the verbal diarrhea round works is this. You're going to choose one last category. Choose wisely, because you will be given 30 seconds in which to tell us everything you know about it. At the end, you will be given 10 seconds more to pick up your own dropped balls. The scoring will be as follows. 0, complete dumbass. 1, dumbass. 2, dumbass. 3, not too smart. 4, smartass. 5, total smartass. Are you ready, sir?
Wow. It's a lot of pressure. Okay.
I'm going to give you all the categories now. You get to choose from all of these. Are you ready?
Hit me.
What's up, Doc? Turkish prisons. Who cut the cheese? Getting there. But why? Strippers. Cleanup, aisle 9.
I'm going strippers. I can't read anymore. I'm going strippers.
Strippers is your category. And your question is... Strippers do many things to separate the entertainer from the real person. Stage names are one of these things. Name as many stripper names as you can. I give you 15 seconds. And your time starts now.
Sensation, Starlight, Baby, Passion, Angel.
Time. Going to the judges. The judges are toiling over this because you gave a partial correct answer. What do you say, guys? They're going to give it to you. You got 1. You got 1. Star. You got star. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you try to pick up your own balls. Okay? Just reach down, grab them, pick them up. Okay? Now give me 4 more stripper names. See how many you get. 4. These are really common stripper names. Right. And I'll give you 10 seconds. And your time starts now.
Ginger. Mary Ann. Bambi. Barbie.
Out of time. Unfortunately, sir, you got nothing.
You dumbass, D.
The balls you left laying on the ground were Sapphire, Jasmine, Diamond, and Tiffany.
Tiffany. Damn! I knew Tiffany too.
Sir, you have been deemed a total dumbass. You and Mad Martin together again.
Yay!
But did you win last time though? Last time you played, you were a smartass, though, right?
I don't think so. Because I don't remember playing this last thing last time, so therefore I couldn't have won.
Well, everybody, that has been Who Wants to Be a Smartass? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
For playing along.
Thank you, thank you.
And folks, that is the newest game show that I'm working on, trying to get it all put together. Who Wants to Be a Smartass? Again, if you've got any ideas, comments, questions, Alienstone at alienxradio.com. Okay, so we are coming very, very close here to the end of hour number 2. 1 hour left in the show, where I will bring you just a few questions, which is the third just a few questions to come out of the quarantine. The first one was called was it quarantine? Just quarantine. Second one was Quarantine Madness. And now it's the Quarantine Awards. So that'll be coming up in hour number 3. As well as more music for your Vajir holes, news, and we're going to talk more ridiculous stories as I find endless things to talk about with people doing the dumbest of things. But let's go ahead and put some music into your Vajir holes right now on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Who shall I choose? How about Freakstar? I haven't heard Freakstar in about 10 minutes. Chemicals, the name of the song. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Dark and cold, it could be dressed to kill. It could be anywhere or anytime to catch a thrill. It pulls out all the stops. Will it rock you to the core? Will it choose you up and it spits you out and it leaves you wanting more? I guess I'll never see the chemicals inside of me. You and my light show are beginning to bother me. Quite persuasive, well, it can be such a thrill. You can't laugh, and you can't cry. You can kill it surely well. I guess I've never seen the chemicals inside of me. You and my light show are beginning to bother me. Well, it feels like there's nothing I can do. When I'm at the bottom of the stack, and I blame it all on you. It's an evil plaything, my laziness. So bother me, don't bother me. Well, it feels like there's nothing I can do. When I'm at the bottom of the stack, and I blame it all on you. It's an evil plaything my laziness creates. When I'm inside out, or I'm upside down, my life is such a waste, such a waste. Oh yeah.
He moved like a baboon with two corrupt feet.
In this coronavirus crisis, so many meetings the past 2+ months have been on Zoom or some other video conference tool, but the White House is hoping a G7 gathering of world leaders next month in Washington could possibly be in person.
National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien says there is still the possibility of a virtual assembly with COVID case numbers high in D.C. He did add on CBS Face the Nation that the president is extending the invite and the nations seem receptive.
That's a chance for the leaders of the democracies of the free enterprise countries to get together and decide how to get their economies reopened and how we can work together to make sure that we all come out of this COVID crisis and bring back health and peace and prosperity to our peoples.
O'Brien says precautions will be taken with testing for leaders and their entourages. The meeting was set for early June but was pushed to late June for logistical purposes. Colonel Scott, Fox News.
A former congressman from Florida says by the grace of God he is still alive after Alan West crashed his motorcycle in Texas.
His family and friends say he's suffering from a concussion, several fractured bones, and multiple cuts. Citing a police report, they say a vehicle changed lanes in an unsafe manner in front of two motorcyclists on Interstate 35 near Waco, Texas, Saturday. West was driving back from a rally in Austin focused on reopening the state during the coronavirus pandemic.
Fox's Rob Dawson. West may get out of the hospital today. Memorial Day weekend was quiet at the Brickyard. No Indianapolis 500, that famed race among the many coronavirus postponements pushed back to August, but NASCAR keeps on racing.
Michigan's Brad Keselowski wins NASCAR's longest ever race.
The Coca-Cola 600 went into overtime on Fox. They added 2 extra laps after a crash late in the race in Charlotte. Of course, no baseball, hockey, or basketball, so the only other sporting event Sunday was a charity golf match. Tiger Woods teamed up with Peyton Manning to beat Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some Freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Donna, is that a bottle of Igor's lube?
I wish you would just ring up my stuff without all the questions.
I heard there are millions of uses for that stuff.
I only have one.
Have you ever tried playing a naked game of Twister all covered in this stuff?
Can't say that I have.
This stuff will really help to get you out of a tight spot. Or into one, if you know what I mean. Huh?
Are you almost finished?
Just waiting for the bag boy. Igor?
And don't forget that my lube comes in 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 1 pint, and 1 gallon sizes. So you can feel free to try out that naked Twister thing.
Uh-huh. Now see, I told you.
Igor's Lube Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done?
The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water.
Dead in the water.
Beg for mercy and Under the Blade.
We live our lives under a blade.
Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Give me some static! You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time?
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your vajir holes.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, everybody, welcome. It's hour number 3 of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds. Don't worry, the gravitational plates are gravitating, the inertia canceller is canceling, and the deflector ray, it's got its mask on before it goes into 7-Eleven. I'm just saying, it's complying. And we're broadcasting live into your vajir holes on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. Also, our fine affiliates around the world, fine stations like 920 WON The Apple, 27.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, and WRPR Rat Pack Radio, amongst many, many others, which we pay tribute to all day long. This portion of the show being brought to you by Freedom Heating and Cooling. If you need anything done with your heating or your cooling, or perhaps maybe your hot water tank, and you're having trouble getting a hold of your regular service provider because of the pandemic, remember, heating and cooling. Please remember, Freedom Heating and Cooling will remain at your service throughout the entire thing. So look them up on Facebook. That's Freedom Heat Cool at Facebook. So check them out. So, folks, here we go into hour number 3 with more music for your vajir holes on the way and just a few questions, which this week's episode is called the Quarantine Awards. That's right. We're going to give awards out to everybody that found a way to be entertaining, or just found ways to, I don't know, just emerge from the quarantine with something cool. I don't know. I gotta explain it. You'll see what I'm talking about when it comes up. Just a few questions. That's coming up in the second half of the hour, as well as more news. No sports this hour. Sorry, there's not enough sports to report on 1 hour, but let alone 3. And maybe another bad movie flashback. Maybe Judge Man will stop by with another episode of Man Law. Who knows what's going to happen this hour? It's all still on its way. So, in the meantime, a brand spanking new submission to the station. As I said before, if you're in a band, you can attach an MP3 with the name of your band and the name of the song to that email and send it on over to Alien Stone. No, I'm sorry. I don't want you to send that to that one. Send it to newmusic@alienxradio.com. That way I can track it. Newmusic@alienxradio.com, just like this band did. Vaccine 7. It's funny, Vaccine. Here we are in the pandemic looking for a vaccine that they're going to try to create and push out in 1 month, even though every pill that has come out after 30 years of research, 1 year after it's been, go ahead, take it. Now, all of a sudden, those commercials on TV have changed from ask your doctor to ask your lawyer. Okay, but anyway, I totally lost it. Vaccine 7, the name of the band. Poison, the name of the song. And it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Blinded by the light you shone.
Doc Bradley at Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies, and you're listening to Alien X Radio, and you'd better carry on listening to Alien X Radio, or I will tear your soul apart.
Everything's going to be vaporized. You're eventually going to run out of spam.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
It gets bad on Friday the 13th, but it gets worse on Saturday the 14th.
The Book of Evil!
Richard Benjamin, Paula Prentice.
We've inherited a house with a curse.
Oh, come on, Mary. You know you don't believe in curses.
Just when you thought it was safe to look at the calendar again, comes Saturday the 14th. The year's #1 horror comedy spoof.
God, look at all these owls.
My name is John Hyatt, and I've got bats in my belfry.
You know how many? We charge by the bat.
When I leave this house, there will be nothing left here to be afraid of. Famine. War.
Major pest control.
Death!
It's your chance to laugh at everything that ever scared you.
Come on, Billy. Quit fooling around.
Give me a kiss, darling.
Oh, let me just see who that is. I'll be back for that kiss.
Be sure to see it before sunrise. Saturday the 14th.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Can you feel it?
All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, broadcasting directly into your Vajir holes from the other side of planet chaos. I'm your host, Alien Stone. And thanks if you are listening in on our fine affiliate stations in syndication and replay around the world. Stations like United Sounds Choice Radio, United Talk Radio, Pride Core Radio, Pure Rock Radio, 97.1, KTSB FM, Get Smashed Radio. Love all of my fantastic and fine affiliates around the world. And when I say around the world, I really do mean around the world. Even just when we're going live, we're actually broadcasting around the world. Okay? That's where the stations are located. Alright, so if you can't get my show, it's because you just don't want to get my show. And I understand. I'm not for everybody. I get it. I totally get it, man. I understand there's different types of entertainment out there. Because I'm one of those people that watch the people that are easily entertained watching such colossal piles of steaming horse crap like the Tiger King. You know, things like that. It's just Housewives of anything. You know, Rock of Love, any reality television. These are all trash television show garbage. They have no entertainment value really to me at all. So I understand, you know, if somebody doesn't like my show, whatever, then, you know, go find out who The Bachelor is going to fake pick. Reality TV has absolutely no reality in it, folks. The reality is that it's fake. Oh, man. Ghost hunting shows would all be canceled if there were no sounds and ghosts that showed up, right? So, there's always something going on, right? Always. Have you ever been on a ghost hunting trip? Something doesn't always go on, does it? Always when the camera's rolling for the TV show, though. Just saying, folks. Anyway, let me get off that for a second. I just want to talk to you for just a moment, because this is something I had a little recent run-in with. We know that the pandemic has caused all kinds of issues. People are out of work. Companies are losing money. Companies are going completely out of business. And the government has basically borrowed and printed piles and piles of cash and just gave it out to people. They increased unemployment to the point that people are making more money at home than they were when they were working, and the people that are forced to continue working are still making the same small amount that they did before with absolute. But blah, 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 it goes on and on and on. So, with everybody hurting for money now, okay, of course it doesn't come from the top. They have to make all the cuts at the bottom. So you make 1 million cuts at the bottom instead of 3 or 4 at the top, you know, because that's the way they do it, you know. So they're writing tickets for different things that you shouldn't be doing during the pandemic and, you know, the quarantine and all that kind of stuff. So they're writing so they give out $1,000 checks and then they turn around and write $1,000 tickets. Okay, that's to make up for some of it. But that's a very small amount of, you know, most officers are not writing tickets, okay? Because I said before in a statement that once a police officer goes out to a park and writes a ticket or arrests a family for taking their kid to the park under the bullcrap rules from above, that officer has just left officer behind and has become the first stormtrooper. Okay, you've become a stormtrooper, and that's the way I look at it. But anyway, how many other ways is the city going to try to get you now to try to make some money? I guarantee there's going to be more officers with radar guns out there writing more tickets, tickets that they normally would just blow off and not worry about, like turn signal tickets and things. You're going to be starting to get those. Believe me, they're going to have to get that money revenue coming in because it's already been spent. So they don't have any money. So if they don't start writing tickets, they're not going to get their paychecks. So that's what's going to start happening. So as I'm saying, I have a little bit of experience in this. Yesterday, while I was preparing for the show, there was a knock on my door. And parked out front, oddly enough, was the animal control unit. Okay, I was kind of shocked. The animal control unit. What's the animal control unit doing at my house? I mean, I've got 3 little dogs, and they're all in the house right now barking at the person at the door. Okay, so, and I have a fenced-in yard, so they're never out and about. So I don't know what this is about, right? Now, I have also in the past had run-ins with the ordinance officer. Now, the ordinance officer's job is to respond to complaints and serious issues involving ordinances in your neighborhood. So they would come out and tell you you left your trash can out too long, or they'll come out and tell you that, for instance, your car is parked on your lawn, and in our city, you're not allowed to do that. It has to be on pavement or gravel. It can't be on grass. If you have to park your car on grass, you can get a ticket for it. But the ordinance officer is the one that's in charge of this, not the animal control officer. The animal control officer is supposed to come out to your house if there's an animal problem. Okay, you got a raccoon problem, there's a dog running around the neighborhood, feral cats, whatever. That's what the animal control unit is supposed to be for. But no, why is he out there? Okay, he is giving me a verbal warning because my grass was too long. I live in the Detroit area of Michigan, and I don't know if you know this or not, but for the last 5 days straight, it had been raining. Okay, it had been raining for 5 days straight. I have an electric lawnmower, so I'm not going to mow my lawn in the rain, and I wouldn't if I had a gas-powered one anyway, fool. This was the first nice day, and it was only 9 in the morning. He's already knocking on my door. Hey, you're going to have to... And I'm thinking, okay, well, why did you send the animal control guy out here? Was there a complaint, and everybody else is sick at home? Or what? Why would you send him? Now I find out that not only him, but the other animal control officers and all of the ordinance officers were out driving around with rulers and measuring people's lawns just so they can give them warnings, because until you get a warning, you can't be really given the ticket. So now that everybody's been warned and was written down, now, 2 days later, after your warning expires, they're going to come back around the same neighborhood with the same ruler and check everybody's lawn that's on that list. And if you hadn't cut your grass, bam, violation, and you're going to have to pay your ticket. Really? That's how. Okay, so our tax money gets taken out of our checks and out of our property taxes to pay the police officers to serve and protect. And instead of serving and protecting, you're using them to go out and measure lawns so that you can raise more money. Really? Really, folks? Isn't there some other thing that you could be doing? Isn't there more important things for you to be doing in the city that you're already paid to do, instead of going and harassing the people that pay you to get more money? I understand a lot of it's gone from the pandemic. I get it. But how much of it was mismanagement? A lot of it. I am from Michigan, and believe me, this is Michigan mismanagement of funds should be, that should be on our license plate. The mismanagement of funds state. Okay, really. That in California. It's like, get your funds together. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Now, of course, that I had already talked about mowing the lawn. So I mowed the lawn that day anyway when I was done with my show later on. So I'm sure that when he comes back out to my house tomorrow, he's going to be very disappointed when he finds out that I complied and I mowed my lawn, and he is not going to be able to write me a ticket. I just have a feeling, though, I'm going to find one anyway. And him say, oh, it was an error. You'll have to see the magistrate, who won't be meeting for another 3 months, so you'll have to pay the ticket in the meantime. Shut up, man. These cities, I'm telling you, it is just one thing after the next. Anyway, I got to take a short break, another pause in the action for station identification, and I got to bring you another news update. When we come back, I'm going to bring you just a few questions from yesterday's episode of Inside the Mothership, and the episode is entitled The Quarantine Awards. We'll be giving out awards for everybody who emerged from their quarantines victorious and awesome. And then some, okay? So stick around for more of The Attack, the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Go nowhere.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. Experts say within days, the U.S. will likely hit a grim milestone. 100,000 deaths from the coronavirus. The doctor coordinating the White House response has a warning after seeing those crowds that flocked to the beaches over the Memorial Day weekend.
We've made it clear that there's asymptomatic spread, and that means that people are spreading the virus unknowingly.
Dr. Deborah Birx tells ABC's This Week.
So you don't know who's infected, and so we really want to be clear all the time that social distancing is absolutely critical. And if you can't social distance and you're outside, you must wear a mask.
As for the possibility that a second wave of infections in the fall could prompt another round of shutdowns, Birx says the government is trying to learn how to reopen safely.
You know, we act like we've actually done this before. And besides 1918 and 1919, we've not ever closed parts of America. And even then, the whole country wasn't closed.
Ben Thomas, Washington.
President Trump will lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery today. Then it's on to Baltimore, where he'll visit a historic fort. But Baltimore's Mayor Jack Young says the president's setting a bad example, traveling when Americans have been told to stay home as much as possible. The White House is extending its travel ban against countries hit hard by the virus, adding Brazil to the list. This applies to foreigners who've recently been in Brazil. But National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien says the U.S. is not turning its back on Brazil.
They're having a tough time with this crisis, and we're going to help them get through it.
Japan is declaring an end to the coronavirus national state of emergency for the whole country. A huge fire that tore through a warehouse on San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf has destroyed fishing gear used to deliver about 2/3 of the city's fresh seafood. This is AP News.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Oh,
Listen to his voice. I hope he grows up to be another singer like Frank Sinatra.
I hope he's going to be another Albert Einstein.
Gee.
Say, why leave important matters like heredity to chance? Well, now you don't have to. If you buy Crapco's amazing in-home gene splicer from Crapco. Yes, determine the sex, size, and personality of your next child in minutes instead of months. Here's what you get. The Crapco Chromosome Spice of Life Rack, featuring 25 tubes of real designer genes. Yes, it's that slimy goo that makes you you. Pick from brown eyes, blue eyes, boxers, ballerinas, big ears, or big what have you. Never fear, you're the genetic engineer. With the amazing Crapco in-home gene splicer from Crapco. Yes, for just $29.99, $95.99, this could be you.
E equals MC squared. How about you?
My boy the singer.
My son the scientist.
That's right, create your own Frank Einstein with the amazing Crapco in-home gene splicer. By Crapco. Get one for your dog, too. Remember, at Crapco, we always say, if you buy this, you'll buy anything.
Got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Here we go! Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vagina holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
Welcome back, everybody. I thought I was going to die during the break, man. I had a sneezing fit, man. I couldn't catch my breath. Oh, my God. Must have the Rona. You can't have allergies. You got the Rona. You can't just have a dry cough. Nope, you got the Rona. Can't be allergic to dogs. You got the Rona. I have a hangnail. No. Wait. Yeah, you have the Rona. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, folks, it is that time. I'm going to give you a little bit of a taste of what happens on Inside the Mothership Weekly. I do a little segment called Just a Few Questions, where I ask just a few questions, and sometimes they're inappropriate. But during the pandemic and the quarantine, I've been by myself, so we haven't had a lot of these done. So the last 3 that I did have been quarantine-related. It was quarantine madness, and now that people are starting to emerge from quarantine, I bring you this episode, which is called Quarantine Awards. And you're listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Time to answer just a few questions.
All right. It's time to answer just a few questions. Let's see if we've got him on the line. Mad Martin, are you there?
Oh, hello, Mad Martin. How are you? Nice to hear from you. And it's now Matt Grant.
Absolutely.
He's very quiet.
I know. Why are you so quiet, Matt Martin?
I don't know. Hang on a sec.
There you go. Put it up to your mouth and talk.
That's what she said.
Giggity. What did you just do there?
I'm turning him up on the board here really loud.
There you go. Okay.
We'll get you in here anyway. Okay. All right. So.
Hashtag Igor's Loop.
That's right. Everything is smoother.
Get some today, get some tomorrow. Eagles critical makes me giggle. That's funny.
I was thinking, I don't know how I feel about that.
It's critical?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I should have been in the board meeting or something on this one.
Things had to happen while you was all gone. I was trapped by myself.
Dude, and this is what happens. This is therefore why I think I feel like I don't know about it.
Blame the governor.
Well, then we should call it Igor's Governor
Glue.
Thank you. See?
Yes, I have heard all about your
Put it on the list.
No more Critter Glue. It's Governor Glue.
We'll just call it the Gretsch Trap.
There you go.
The Gretsch Trap. Okay.
See? I'm a FaceTime button away, cuz I don't get it.
When you don't have something to bounce the ideas off of, they just go right where I threw them. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes your aim's off, though.
That's what I mean. I need somebody on the other side of the net to keep the game going.
Yes, I would have definitely blocked that.
All right, folks, so it's time now to answer just a few questions. Today's episode is called the Quarantine Awards.
Oh, shiced.
Are you guys ready? Bring it.
Got no choice, we're here.
All right, so if there ever was a dumpster fire year, it would have to be 2020. After a string of unfortunate events, the world has hit us with a deadly virus, sending us into a controversial and still debated stay-at-home order that put humans in quarantine. People could not go to work. They could not go to school. They could not go to church or the park. We were all stuck at home, and after a while, we seen all the Netflix crap that we had to do. We started doing our own things to entertain ourselves. We called our old friends. We Zoomed. We learned new skills. We cooked at home. We made silly videos and songs. We played videos and board games. But as much as we tried to entertain ourselves, we are entertaining each other as well. That's right. It's all very. Are you getting heartfelt here?
Yeah, that's very sentimental.
Yes.
Very.
Today we celebrate those who brought joy and laughter during a time of worry. We honor those who shared their stories and comforted others when we needed a connection. Today we thank everyone that kept it together and never went off the deep end, choking a random stranger to death in the toilet paper aisle of a local Walmart. Welcome to the 2020 Quarantine Awards, everybody. Our first award of the show is for those who kept their hands busy doing things other than typing angry emails to the governor. And here are the nominees for Best Use of Hands. A. Paul Rubin, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, for showing us how to lower our heating bills with hand-generated friction heat. The Murder Hornet Guy, for intentionally getting stung and letting us watch him scream and roll around on the ground, realizing how incredibly stupid he was. C. Igor of Igor's Lube, for hand bottling each product personally. Or D. Chippy number 5, for proving that crazy glue bonds almost anything. Anything except for Chippy number 1 through 4, who now have moved to the lake and changed their names to Bob number 1 through 4. And who is on the other side of the envelope and the winner of Best Use of Hands? D Unit, who do you think is the winner?
I'm going with
Wild card also.
You know what? Just because they're all kind of great, I kind of want to hear the wild card.
Okay, so before we do the wild card, Mad Martin, what do you say?
Oh, it's a tough one. I want to hear all contenders.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking because they're all contenders, the wild card's got to be BA.
Maybe. So you're both going with the wild card answer?
Yes.
Okay, so the winner of Best Use of Your Hands is that dumb blonde in the TikTok video who had to hold the dartboard against the wall for her boyfriend because they couldn't hang it out a nail, and took the very first dart right in the center of her middle finger. Best Use of Hands 2020 Quarantine Awards. Congratulations, Ding Dong.
The new name for Darwinism.
And guys, your bonus question is, who would you like to hold a dartboard for you? D-Unit.
Jennifer Aniston.
You want her to hold a dartboard for you? You want to hit her with a dart?
I'll miss on purpose.
Oh, okay. She's got to be naked while holding it, right?
Yes.
Okay. She can't be holding it strategically either, right? Must be to the side, out of the way.
Out of the way.
All right. Mad Martin, who do you want to hold a dartboard for you?
Oh, well, they definitely will not be naked, but Owen Wilson, I can't stand him.
Owen Wilson. He looks like somebody, like he was like somebody was holding, I don't know, something where they throw a hammer or something.
He looks like the guy that would like totally promote anal bleaching.
Or darkening. No, him would be bleaching. You're right. Him it would be bleaching. You're right.
Well, that stupid pout he does now, he does my head in.
And that brings us to...
Question number 2.
Question number two. Some people were caught off guard, big time. Getting stuck at home with no TV, games, or people. So they resorted to using what they had to stay entertained. Some people made medieval cloaks out of their curtains. Some people arranged their sex doll collection around a dinner table and took dogs playing poker style pictures, launching their photography career. But some people had nothing to work with, so they did a series of shadow puppet portraits and made coffee table books. Here are the nominees who stood in the shadow of their own greatness for the award Silliest Silhouette. Are you ready for your nominees for Silliest Silhouettes?
Go.
Yes.
Number 1, Alien Stone. For his shadow puppet of the state of Florida, he created without using his hands. Entitled Piss on Cuba. Number 2 is Pinhead from Hellraiser. His shadow puppet of the coronavirus called COVID-19 Head.
That's a good one.
Number 3, Dolly Parton for her piece entitled Eclipse. But on a sad note, all of her houseplants have died.
Oh, poor plants.
Or number 4, Yusuf, the Turkish prisoner. His placement of a shank and half-burnt candle, along with his hunched-over scoliosis-ridden back in front of a single soft white light, the piece entitled Lilacs and Beer Farts. And there is also a wild card answer, and this time, Ed Martin. What do you say?
Oh, wow. That's going to have to be a, pardon the pun, a toss-up between yourself and the Turkish prisoner.
Dude, I'm getting real tired of this. I'm sorry, guys. This is the second time that it keeps Google Play keeps trying to install apps and stuff, and it's shutting off my cameras when it does that. So, what was your answer again? I'm sorry, I was totally distracted.
No, half of me wants to know what the winner between you and the Turkish prisoner would be, and who the wild card is. So I'm gonna go with yourself for me.
You go with Alien Stone and his shadow puppet of the state of Florida that he created without using his hands, called Piss on Cuba.
Sure,
Yeah,
but you want to? Do you seriously want to rethink that one? Or is there something y'all want to talk to me about?
Dude, every man can do a shadow puppet of Florida without using his hands. And Florida is the only state that makes it look like the United States is pissing on Cuba.
I'm going with Dolly Parton.
You're going with Dolly Parton. Eclipse! And all of her plants died.
Yes.
Gotcha. So Alien Stone and Dolly Parton. The wild card answer you did not choose was the Invisible Man for his piece called Let There Be Light. And your bonus question is, what is your best shadow puppet, and what would you call it in your coffee table book? D?
Dude, that's rough. I don't know.
Mad Martin, what do you say?
Thanks for your input there, D.
Yeah, I got nothing, dude. I mean, a bat? I mean, is that a bat or a bird? And I'd call it the crow that never crowed. There you go.
The crow that never crowed.
I can't do that.
All right, we'll go with that.
Okay.
All right. So what did you say there, Mad Martin?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go
best shadow puppet. What would you call it?
Just have with all the windows and the curtains closed and just called Welcome to Darkness.
Welcome to Darkness. It's the opposite of the Invisible Man.
Yes.
Let there be all shadow, just all dark.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So that brings us to
Question number 3.
question number 3.
Try.
Question number 3. Now that we are all coming out of quarantine, we are not re-entering the same world we left. Things will never be the same. They'll never be the same way that they were before. The way we shop, entertain, exercise, travel, educate, and eat will change. Things we once did, we will no longer do, and things we never did will become the new normal. Our everyday routine will be altered in ways we never imagined. In addition to the social changes, we will see a mountain of new products created for the new world that has created a need for things never really needed before. These are the nominees for Best New Post-Quarantine Products. And the nominees are Domestic Environmental Suits, basically spacesuits for the Earth. You'll be a hit. You'll be a hit of any event in this stylish DES. It comes in 6 colors and has a large variety of accessories you can mix and match. Choose from tinted, untinted, or transition face shields for your desired UV light intake. Number 2, Kool-Aid internal disinfectant drinks. Leave those Tide Pods back in 2019, kids. There's a new way to wash your insides. Kill those pesky viruses and brain cells with these delicious internal sterilization smoothies. Available in both strawberry bleach and passion fruit peroxide. Number 3.
Passion fruit peroxide. Man, you're hitting it out of the park today, Stone, I'm telling you.
I had a break.
It's been building up for 3 months, man.
That's right. Number 3, Yankees Do Scented Candle, Turkish Solitude. It has a light, almost sour aroma of sweat, unwashed beard, fecal matter, fear, and misery. Candle holder not included. Or D, sour grapes flavored Igor's Lube. For those who just can't get the taste of jealousy out of their mouth. If you can't experience the sweet taste of victory and can't accept that you just plain lost fair and square, as you blame the winners for your defeat, try filling your pie hole with new sour grapes flavored Igor's Lube. That was too hard to say. I'm sorry. There's also the wild card answer, and Mad Martin.
Oh, I'm gonna go with D. I've got so many people that I would love to have sour grapes Igor's Lube.
Sour grapes Igor's Lube.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be the only thing in their mouth.
For those of you that just can't accept the fact that you lost and you blame the winners, sour grapes Igor's Lube.
I'm going with B.
You going with one?
Yeah.
I'm going with B.
B as in boy?
B as in boy.
So Kool-Aid internal disinfectant drinks. I like that one too.
I thought that was very creative.
Leave those Tide Pods back in.
Leave those Tide Pods back in 2019.
There's a new way to wash your insides. Kill those pesky viruses and brain cells with these delicious internal sterilization smoothies. Available in both strawberry bleach and passion fruit peroxide.
And the new sponsor of D's Music News.
Would they be in the same aisle though? That's the thing.
Man.
The wild card answer neither of you chose. Spaceballs, the face mask.
Oh, freaking brilliant, dude.
I didn't make that one up though.
I know, but you're
Spaceballs, yeah.
Dude, that's like checkmate, dude. That was like the checkmate move right there.
And now your bonus question. How do you think these things might look in our new post-pandemic world? Number 1, concerts. D-Unit.
How do I think they're going to look?
Yeah, real fast though.
I think they're going to look like drive-in theaters.
Matt Martin. Actually, you're going to skip that one. I'm going to go to the next one for you. Karaoke.
Not a lot, really. I think it's just going to be still bad vocal skills.
What about BYOM? Bring your own microphone.
There you go.
Yeah.
D-Unit. Buffets.
Bring your own silverware and plates.
Still everybody digging into the same pot of mashed potatoes, huh? Okay. Mad Martin. Regular dining in restaurants.
Separate booths.
That is true, but the perfect answer would have been sex dolls, of course. D-Unit. Dating.
Sex dolls, of course.
Yes! Perfect. Now both of you. Turkish bathhouses.
Hopefully nothing.
Some really bad mornings.
All right. Now, folks, it is time for lightning strikes.
Lightning strikes.
We'll start with Mad Martin this time. Face mask or space helmet?
Yeah, space helmet.
The true answer is depends on Uranus or Walmart. D-Unit. Right way or wrong way down the grocery aisle?
Wrong way.
Wrong, because it triggers people with OCD. Mad Martin. Turkish prison or Turkish bathhouse?
Turkish prison.
Wrong. Turkish bathhouse. At least the sex is consensual.
Allegedly.
D-Unit. Wash hands, sanitize hands, or wash and sanitize hands?
Wash and sanitize hands?
Actually, it depends on, are you in a Turkish prison, a Turkish bathhouse, or Detroit strip club?
Detroit strip club if you wash and sanitize everything.
Exactly. Roll around in Perel.
Yes.
Mad Martin. New Igor's Lube flavor is sour melon or sour grapes?
Sour grapes.
That is correct. D-Unit. If you don't have a candle holder for your Turkish solitude candle, what has and will do the trick? This goes back to an old Just a Few Questions.
Yeah, I do. I remember.
Then say it. What is it?
Go ahead, Mad Martin. Answer the question.
It'll be that stranger that's knocked on the door that you're going to lock for the rest of lockdown.
That's right. And then you put the candle in Igor's Lube. Remember?
Got ya.
Yeah. You remember?
My bad.
All right, so I'm going to give you another one since you messed that one up.
Oh, my bad.
These ones are pretty easy. And by the way, the true answer was a Turkish inmate's ass. Monopoly or Clue?
Clue.
I hated Clue.
Really? I hate Monopoly.
Mad Martin, go
Clue,
fish or poker?
At least Clue somebody dies, though.
That's true. There's death. There's the death.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, everybody who loses Monopoly eventually goes homeless.
Have you ever finished a game of Monopoly all the way through?
I don't think so.
Exactly my point.
Because you end up just going bankrupt. You just say, never mind, I can't pay the rent.
Right. You give up on life.
You become homeless.
You give up on life. The winner is the first person who commits suicide. Sorry, that's bad.
So, Mad Martin, go fish or poker?
I don't know what is go fish.
Oh, then you better say poker.
Oh, poker then.
Poker sounds like a lot of fun. Go fish is when you guys both got a handful of stuff, and then the person goes, "Do you have any threes?" And if they don't have any threes, they go fish, and then you got to grab more cards. And the first person out of cards wins. No, okay.
It's not a UK thing, cuz just like euchre.
That's right. They do that, bocce ball or something? I don't know what they do over there.
It's called cricket.
Cricket? Oh, yes. Let's play some cricket. So D-Unit, Trouble or Chutes and Ladders?
Trouble.
Right, because you could play Trouble as an adult. You can't really play Chutes and Ladders.
I mean, you do if you have kids, but
right. But if
you know,
you're playing with your kids, you're not playing the game.
Real adults play Trouble.
Right.
You know.
Exactly. King's Mouse.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's cool. And the final question is for both of you.
That's how I learned how to get to second base.
You notice we've been doing you notice we've been going through games there, Monopoly or Clue and Fish or Poker, Trouble or Chutes and Ladders.
Terrible.
So for both of you, Truth or Dare or Russian Roulette?
Truth or Dare.
Depends who's playing.
That is part of the answer. Depends on who and who goes first.
Wow.
And that has been
the person who left the Monopoly game.
That's right. That's a follow-up game to Monopoly. It's called,
I'm leaving. I'm playing Russian Roulette.
It's not called Russian Roulette. When you play it after that, it's called Chapter 11.
Terrible.
And that has been Just a Few Questions.
That's right, folks. Just a Few Questions is a segment that airs on Inside the Mothership, which airs at 12 noon Eastern every Sunday, right on the fine station that you're listening to right now, live. Those stations would be, of course, Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. And, of course, Mad Martin was in on that one from UG Media in the UK. And I always invite all of the station owners and other presenters from all the stations to give a call anytime during the shows and participate in these fantastic get-togethers that we have. Because, again, during the pandemic, I didn't have my co-host with me for a while, right? Didn't have a co-host. So I was left to my own devices, right? I had to come up with my own stuff. And as like I write Just a Few Questions every week, and if I was to just read Just a Few Questions and have somebody just simply answer the question, it would just be me reading to you what I wrote, you know what I'm saying? But having a co-host with you is what, you know, he'll say something that triggers me, and then I trigger him. And next thing you know, we're in a whole nother area, and we're talking about something that we never would have talked about before. So I welcome anybody to call and join into a conversation at any time at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. We got about 4 minutes left of the broadcast, folks. Only 4 minutes. Just 4 minutes? That's right. Just 4. What am I going to do with 4 minutes? I don't know. I am going to play another song for your Vajir holes, though. That's right. Because I did get all these brand spanking new submissions to the station, and I got to get some of them out here for you. I wanted to play something a little heavier. I haven't played too much harder rock today. And I did come across this one that was sent to me. Oh, wait. That's a little too long. I can't play that one. All right, then. How about we just go with this one instead? Well, I'm just jumping all over the place now. Oh, I should play the favorite song from my co-host. He loves to hear some Robert Bushinsky, but I think he might actually, he threatened to kill me if I was to play that. So we're going to go out with a brand spanking new submission by a band called Krilik, featuring Jova Redeviska. I'm sure I said that wrong, and I apologize. You Put Me Down is the name of the tune, and you've been listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space.
on a Saturday thing. Boy, you said girl with you, yes, for one in the same.
Coronavirus!
Aha!